Okay. I was reading something recently about Gen Z and how their approach to work is different from the millennials and the other Gens. And now realize that you as a leader, the way you will deal with the 24-year-old guy is different from the way you will deal with a 44-year-old guy. It's different from the way you will deal with a 64-year-old baba. Not from an age point of view. Age, yes, but not really about age. But all of us here in this class, I read something somewhere. Said we are the last generation of people who knew what the world was like before internet. We are the last generation of people. Our own generation is the last generation of people, who knew how the world was before internet. And I don't know, how did they say it? We're the last generation of people who knew how the world was before internet and after internet. I don't know, they just said something like that, yeah. You cannot compare yourself with somebody that was born in the AI age, or was born, do you understand that somebody was born in year 2000, just year 2000, is already 23 years old? Do you understand that? Year 2000. Some of us had already finished secondary school at that year 2000. And whoever was born year 2000 has already finished secondary school. What am I saying? Somebody who was born year 2000 is most likely, it's possible that somebody was born year 2000 is already doing PhD right now. Maybe that person is already approaching middle manager. And 23 years old. Finished school, secondary school, age 16. Finished university, 20. Did masters, 21, 22. And then 23. Or joined the working force, age 20, 21. By 23, he already has, some work experience and all of that. So he was born year 2000. Internet was already, at least as at that time, there were cafes. So each generation has different focus of how they think, different focus of the kind of values they have in their head. And you as a leader need to understand the nuances between these people, between these age brackets, to be able to lead them effectively. I keep using the example of what happened where I was working in Lagos. I served 2008. I started serving 2008. November 2008. We are the first batch C of NYSC, 2008. I served in Benue State. I got a job in Lagos January 2009, just 3 months or 2 months into my service year. And I left for Lagos. As at that time, I needed money, but money wasn't my biggest motivating factor. There was a very tough problem we had in our office. Very tough. Technology, programming, blah, blah, blah. And the CEO then challenged us to work on it. I can remember vividly, I fixed that problem. And he promised me money. And then each time I think of that time, I'm like, what was in my head? I wasn't motivated. It didn't make any meaning to me. The money, even that money eventually did not give me. And I never for once asked. It was not useful to me. It was not important. I didn't even think about it. In fact, it got to a point that I was getting pissed off with the way they were just pushing the money around. I was getting pissed off. I was thinking about this nonsense. So what that means is that for me, who just finished school, I was more interested in proving myself. I was more interested in learning. I was more interested in jumping into the toughest of problems. Nothing else really mattered to me. So What that means is that if my boss doesn't understand that, you will be having a hard time making me happy, because you would think you are doing me a favor when you are probably not doing me any favor, or I don't appreciate it. So that's why it's always important to understand people and know how to do reward and recognition. Some people need recognition, they don't need rewards. Some people need the reward, they don't need recognition. So you need to understand the nuances here and there. Sometimes these things have to do with cultural background, or maybe some experience you have had in the past. Anyway, let's just move on.